Hey everybody, Lawson Cade here, owner of R-Cade Productions, creator of Smothered, etc. I just wanted to make this video to let you all know that there's some big things happening with Smothered. I wanted to take this time to really talk about everything that's going on, especially for those of you who have backed this campaign so far. First off, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, for those of you who have been able to, who have shared, who have put forth some of your own funds towards it, who have backed it financially, I just want to say thank you so much. It really means a lot to see the support thus far, excuse me. And the main reason why I actually wanted to create this video was for a couple of reasons, one of which being the crowdfunding campaign, where it is, where it's going. I'll get back to that in a second, but we've managed so far for Smothered, for everyone involved with both campaigns. So there's been two campaigns. There's a sequel. Sequel was actually talked about a little bit more than the first one, but I wanted to go ahead and say that we managed to almost break 1,000, which is incredible. And again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all. Thank you so much for those of you who have put forth money towards that, regardless of how much, regardless of how little. I, and the rest of the creative team, the cast behind Smother, the production team, and Casa, thank you so very much. It really means a lot. And we're so thrilled that we've received the feedback that we've gotten. We've received the support. That's the word I'm looking for. But I think we can do better. I truly think we can do better. And because I think we can do better, I'm happy to announce that Indiegogo has been kind enough to let us start a third campaign for Smothered. That's right. We're going the entire trilogy gamut, baby. I'm talking Smothered, Return of the Indiegogo campaign. I'm talking Smothered, Return of the... I just realized that both Return of the Jedi and Return of the King both have Return of their names. Wow. We got some creative titles for legendary trilogies out there. Indiegogo, Smothered, Indiegogo, and The Last Crusade. That's one, but yeah. We've got a third one. We've got a third one that should be launched by the time that I release this video out on YouTube and share everything out. Why are we doing this? It's not because I want more money. I assure you, I cannot stress enough how little, if none, of the funds being sourced from this campaign is going into my pocket. It's not. Anything that has been used from the funds that we've accumulated so far, which really it's lying in dormant, that's been used to help improve the quality of this production. So it's not lining my pockets. The reason why I want to do a third one is because it's simple. Is because the story deserves it. The cast and the creative team, with how much they're doing, and they're amazing. They're really, I'm loving the work that they're doing. It's so collaborative. It's such a breath of fresh air to finally get out of just me getting everything together. Now it feels a little bit less in my hands, and now people are starting to delegate. I'm starting to delegate with people. People are starting to collaborate. People are starting to communicate, and it's amazing. And I love that. So they deserve it. They deserve, I'm gesticulating a lot with my finger, because they deserve it. I'm gonna go full teacher on you. They deserve it. No, they do. With the tremendous amount of work that they're putting in, I want to do this for them. I want to compensate them as best I can and as closely as I can to what I originally budgeted out. I'm so excited to talk about this, can't you tell? But really, I'm very excited to get this going, have this third campaign, and to just maximize as much as I possibly can for the folks who just have put forth so much effort and tend to put forth even more effort. All the time, all the engagement, all the care is amazing. And I with this will help me showcase to them, you me showcase to them how much this means to us, how much this means to them, how much we appreciate them. I want to showcase how grateful I am for them. Not just with words, not just with actions, not just with gifts, but with a way that I can really express the value I see in them. Again, by the time this video is out, it should be launched, ideally, and if it is, you can find links to it to learn a little bit more about it if you're stumbling on this for the first time, down below in the show notes if you're listening to this just auditorially, or if you're listening to it on YouTube. So again, I want to stress that the story deserves it. The production, the creative team, they absolutely deserve it. Casa absolutely deserves it. And again, everything that's left over goes to them. So maximizing what we do here, what we're able to get here, it will go to Casa for their selfless cause, for their admirable and their noble cause. I want for this to not just be we made something, hopefully it's amazing, hopefully it's impressionable, hopefully it inspires people. I hope so. That's what I truly hope so. That's what I truly hope for, But the other thing that I really want to do is to take that and to put it in reality, in the reality we live in. So take some of the funds that we acquired from you folks sharing, from you folks donating everything to them. And lastly, the message deserves it. The message of Smothered, the themes of Smothered, they are timeless, and I believe firmly that anybody can resonate with it. So these are the reasons why we're starting a third campaign for all of that. And so, again, you can find that information down below. If you're stumbling upon this for the first time and are thinking, what is Smothered? What is this guy talking about? Are the circles underneath of his eyes special effects, or are they natural? Oh, they're natural, baby. I'm pretty tired. If you're curious, you can check out the Indiegogo links, or if you would like to go onto R-Cade Productions, the YouTube channel, we have some promos from our table read recording where you can get a little bit of information about it, about Smothered, about the content of Smothered, about the story of Smothered, little teasers for you. But if you really want to know a lot more about the mission, if you really want to learn a lot more about what we're going to be doing with this, how we're planning on disseminating this, sharing the story with the world, please feel free to follow the link, the Indiegogo link to our crowdfunding campaign. Other big news. So for those of you, especially who have been following Smothered already, we have begun production. So that's huge. And throughout production, I'm happy to say that we've also been recording a little extra after each, or not after every recording, but after a lot of the recordings. We've been recording the Smothered Post-Session podcast, where myself, the director Seth Thompson, and a few other folks, individuals who are involved, usually the cast members, sit down, we talk about the recording so far, we talk about the progression of the production. So if you're really interested to learn about how we're doing this, feel free to give that a listen to. It's going to be available both here on YouTube if you want to watch us and watch our silly facial expressions, or if you'd rather just listen orally, the audio version is available wherever you find your podcast. It's a great way for people to kind of learn a little bit more about what we're doing here, our cast members, our creative team, the process. If you're interested in audio dramas or just oral storytelling in general, if you're interested in production in general, if you're interested in any of that stuff, maybe we might be sharing some information about our process that you might be able to incorporate into your desires to share stories with the rest of the world too. So you can check that out. The first episode is available same time as this video is released. So there's going to be a link to that in the show notes and or the description down below. Please feel free to check that out. The first episode is a lot of fun. We sit down with one of the primary cast members, Lydia Weinbrenner, who's playing the character Detective Christina Washburn, and she talks about her first real experience doing a lot of voiceover for long extended periods of time after coming from what is mostly a theater background with a very little bit of film background sprinkled in, but it's a lot of fun. She goes into great detail about the differences, which is very fascinating, and we talk a lot about what we're doing, what we're planning on doing, giving a little behind the scenes vignettes for anybody who's really interested in that. So I highly encourage you folks to go check that out as well. Again, a lot of fun, and it's called the Smothered Post-Session Podcast. It's the first episode. So yeah, we have that going on. And then again, for those of you who have been following us for a while, production is finally underway. Coronavirus has obviously thrown a few wrenches in this, as it has thrown a few wrenches in a lot of things in the world. But we have been playing it safe. We're currently, for those of you who don't know, we're based in Maryland. So it's just been myself, the engineer, Seth Thompson. I'm pointing to where he typically sits. Seth Thompson, the director, and whichever actor we have. So it's just us three, and I've been taking all the necessary precautions to sanitize everything, offer gloves, everything like that, to make sure people are safe. We're conducting this business as safely as possible. So thank you so much for stopping by and listening or watching this whole thing. Again, if you want to learn a little bit more about the information, if you want to learn a little bit about this production and what we're going to be doing, please hop over to the Smothered Indiegogo campaign #3. You can share it if you really don't feel comfortable right now giving anything, but you can give however much you want. We have a few perks available for owning a physical copy, digital copy, having access to we have a few other things, but I'm blanking on them right now. So what you could do is just go to that link and check it out. Again, some of the promos that are available on this channel that you can check out if you want to learn a little bit more about the story that you'll be experiencing once this piece is finally published. And also a link to the first post-session podcast, which again is available here on YouTube, or again, wherever you get your podcast. So thank you all so much again for stopping by and listening. I sincerely hope you are doing well. You are staying safe during the coronavirus. Regardless of where you are taking the necessary precautions to keep safe, and that you feel safe. Take care.